Lots of hilarity on the south bank of the River Thames yesterday. I caught up with the legendary trio, Ricky Gervais, Stephen Merchant and Karl Pilkington. I could waffle on for ages,
She
but,
really could.
You know, let's have a look at this. I'm very excited. I'm here on my very own little slice of the Thames Riviera to interview the legendary Karl Pilkington. Hello, sir.
All right, how's it
You brought
going?
a couple of mates along with you. Can you introduce us?
This is Ricky and Steve, isn't it?
Not the biggest introduction you guys have probably ever had.
No, no.
But it says it all, isn't it?
But I'm only here to get him on the telly.
Really?
Yeah, I just can't wait for the world to see the strange little thing that is the round-headed chimp we call Karl in all his glory.
And they can see this all now because you've got your new DVD out, The Ricky Gervais Show.
Yeah.
All animated.
It's all animated. It should be called The Karl Pilkington Show.
What about the one in greenhouses and that?
People who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. I'm intrigued to know if he's fully got to grips with this.
Okay.
Just give us your explanation again of what you'd take that to mean.
Well, just don't be chucking stuff about, really.
Because it's animated, we've got our very own sketch artist, Simon Allison, who's sketching all of us, all four of us. He's a caricaturist, so we're going to have a look at that at the end. But, Karl, when does comedy stop and bullying begin?
Well, you're doing a pretty bad job on me, to be honest, trying to blind me here. No, I mean...
Are
your eyes fully closed?
Honestly, I think I'm quite sensitive. I've got quite sensitive eyes.
You get the roundness of the head and the fact that he's all wrinkled like an ageing apple.
Is the light bouncing off and hitting the lens?
But you see, this is just mean. Why do you let them be so mean about you?
Well, they're mates, aren't they? So I think it's allowed. I mean, don't people ever go at you for anything?
Yeah, all the time. My lisp.
Have you got a lisp?
I've got a lisp. Don't pretend you
No,
haven't noticed.
I didn't notice, honestly.
Oh, OK. I've got a lisp. They tell me for being a bit of an airhead.
Right.
For talking too much.
OK.
Going on about myself. Should we get back to you?
Sure.
Well, I'll tell you,
Okay,
when
all right.
Karl Pilkington's in the room, no one will ever be accused of being the airhead. So you're so safe at the moment.
Okay.
This is going to be your
This
best
is my
day ever.
comfort zone.
Yeah.
So it's great fun. It's been hugely successful, this. I was reading that it's been the biggest download ever. Which is amazing when you think of the events that are now broadcast on the internet.
We've done 230 million shows now on the internet downloaded, so yeah, it's quite a phenomenon. But this is exciting as well because it's sort of a labour of love. I did this to be in a room with these two, and I just can't get enough of it. We do it for the sake of it, really, just for the fun of it.
I've got loads of questions from viewers for all of you, so I'm going to rattle a few off, if that's OK. Stephen, let's come to you first of all. When did you first know you were funny?
When did I first know I was funny?
Yeah.
Well,
When
it
people
depends
used
if
to shout and point.
Yeah, exactly. It's whether people are laughing at me or with me.
You are quite tall, aren't
All right,
you?
calm down, airhead.
And we,
Yeah.
and we put you in a really low
I
slung
know,
deck
this is
chair.
not comfortable for me at all.
It's the worst chair for you,
It's
isn't it?
awful. It's unbelievable. And, you know, look how pale I am. I'm going to get burned within seconds.
It's looked like he's been shipwrecked and there was only enough material for that hammock. So now he's just got to sleep
If I
like
get
that.
sunburned, I'm going to go mental on GMTV.
And he gets sunburned in about 1 minute.
Oh, milliseconds.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Should I speed up then?
You know, with his shirt off, you can see his heartbeat. He's like one of those newborn fish.
I am very pale.
He's the whitest man I've ever seen
I've just
in my
been in the
life.
sun for 2 weeks. This is my rich tan.
They're brilliant, aren't they?
I want more of them.
I
please.
know.
Come on, airhead.
Right.
They obviously weren't. Are we going to show this yet? Or are we shaving it? We've got more to come after it.
Yeah, we have.
And we've got the
This is the caricature.
Let's not show it yet.
Oh, we can't
Let's
show
save
it
it.
yet. We'll tease it. All right.
It's very,
let's
very
get the
funny,
weather.
though.
Here's Claire. Good stuff. Now, Ricky Gervais, Stephen Merchant and Karl Pilkington. Probably three of the funniest men in the country, quite frankly.
They are very funny when they're together, isn't it?
They are, and they just released a new DVD of which they are animated in it. So we got a caricaturist to draw us throughout. And I started off in this interview by asking them one of your questions. Not that they believe me. This is another viewer question.
Yeah. I bet it isn't.
It is!
I bet they said, get off telly, you fat git, and you changed it to, now you're massively successful.
No, now you're massively successful. Is it harder to be funny now as you're not as hungry for it?
Well, no, I've never done... I've never minded being in a room and being the one that's laughing. I don't have to go into a room and make everyone laugh all the time. This is why I enjoy this, because on these podcasts and in the cartoon, I'm not the funny one. Me and Steve are sort of, we're prodding him with a stick. We see ourselves as a couple of sort of Victorian gents going around America with this thing in a cage. Roll up, roll up. See the thing that is part man, part chimp, mainly chimp. Roundness of the head. You know, we're like Anthony Hopkins in The Elephant Man, taking him round going, look at this.
Steve's travelled more than I have. You've been to, like, dangerous places.
I've been to places where you need injections, yeah.
Yeah, but why?
Because it's fascinating, isn't it? You know, don't you not believe in that idea of travel broadens the mind? You know, it makes you experience other ways of life, other ways of thinking. It just enriches you as a human being. That's the whole reason people go travelling.
But since the invention of the telly, you don't have to go that far to see
You're
it.
absolutely right.
And you've been working with Larry David. And
Yeah,
now that must have been a real dream come true, because I know you're a huge fan.
Possibly the highlight of my career. It's out of that and meeting Elmo. I do like weird little people, don't I? I surround myself with weird...
And tall ones.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. It was great. I think Larry David is probably one of the most important sort of comedic minds of the last 50 years. And yeah, it was a great honour. And he's the only person I've met that ruins as many takes as I do.
Why?
He just laughs in the middle of a take as well. If he finds something funny, he laughs, which is what I do. So that was fun.
So, Stephen...
Hurry up, Garraway, because I'm burning up here, I'll tell you. Normally I would have the sunblock on, layered on like pate. At the moment,
And in the shade.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'll speak
sunblock
really
is a
quickly.
balaclava.
So,
Yeah.
Stephen.
Quick, yes.
Really, really fast.
Shoot.
OK, so you first discovered Radio Genius
Yes.
on a BBC course.
Right.
Are you the only person ever to have done that?
Whoa, slow down, just because you're on a rival station. Slag off the BBC. It's done a lot for me.
She did the dancing. That was on
I
BBC,
did the
wasn't it?
dancing.
There you are, you see.
I missed that. Did you win? Were you any
No,
good?
I was legendary dreadful.
Really?
Yeah.
What, just bad at dancing or didn't take it
Really,
seriously?
really bad at
Really?
dancing.
I thought someone was going to call St John's ambulance. You were sort of more like a little sort of fly on its back, dying.
So look, The Office now been remade in loads of different countries.
Yeah.
Going to be remade in Israel.
Yes, it's actually been done. It's I think it starts in Israel next month.
Can't imagine how that would play out.
Yeah, well, we're just doing piloting for Africa as well now. So that's Russia, Africa.
I've always wanted to see a Japanese version of The Office
Yeah.
where they just go to the office and just do a really good day's work and then go home again.
I want to see a Chinese and an Indian version because that's 2 billion people straight away. So I think the ratings would be amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Could be better than BBC Two.
yeah.
So the DVD is a big project. Very briefly, what next for all of you? Ricky?
We're sending Karl around the world for Sky. It's called An Idiot Abroad, and we've sent him to places where there's supposedly a wonder of the world. He wasn't impressed.
What did you make of the pyramids, Carl?
When you see it, you'll agree with me. I mean, it's not. I didn't go out there to sort of diss everything. I went just to, do you know, like a lot of people make you think the way you think. You think that you should like the pyramids because everybody likes them.
I know where he's coming from.
And then
I'm
when you
with
get there, you go, what's all the fuss about? It's kind of that. But a lot of them are pretty rubbish.
Yeah. He said it was a bad design. He said the living room's going to be massive, but the bedroom's going to be tiny. Idiot. Thought it was a house. Thought it was a house. Perfect.
Watch it.
A 5,000-year-old
It's
house.
sort of a travel log. It's a bit
Okay.
like Palin.
Yeah. Well,
Apart from that, we're doing the second series of the Ricky Gervais Show, coming to HBO and Channel 4 next year. Myself and Stephen are writing our third series called Life's Too Short, about Warwick Davis, which we appear in as ourselves.
Brilliant.
I'm on tour. Hello, coming to Bournemouth, Brighton, Birmingham. Soon. See you there, kids.
Yeah, enough
Look, and
now.
here it
You've
is.
let
Look.
yourself enough.
This is that caricature, which we're going to give to the RSPCA, it's Ricky's charity, and they're going to auction it off. I love how you were wearing quite a long summery dress, but the
Yeah.
caricaturist got you right, didn't he? Short skirt,
Massive mouth.
everything on show. Hello, boys.
God, that's
There you go.
ridiculous, isn't it?
Isn't that
Just
brilliant?
emotionally, that's where I was, even though the clothes weren't. OK, here's the weather from Claire.